through some techniques for seated sets for Shiatsu. The techniques that we're going to be using, we want to make sure that we are applying the same principles as we would if Shiatsu was on the floor or on the mat, or even on a table. So we want to make sure that we're always using our body weight and not using our musculature. So Shiatsu does not have kneading with the fingers. So if we're trying to actually squeeze and pull with the fingers, that's not Shiatsu. That might be massage, that might be different types of more Western massage, but it's not Shiatsu. Shiatsu is finger pressure. So what's going to look like a kneading in Shiatsu is really not. What it really is a hook with the fingers and a press and settle with the thumb. So what you'll notice is the body is actually moving in to enter in to your tsubo or to your point. So if we're just working the shoulders, right, instead of if we're doing massage, we'll be here and we'll be kneading. That's okay, again, but not Shiatsu. It's not going to be something that's going to have a lasting impact to the energetics of your partner. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have one hand, which is, again, according to our Shiatsu principles, our mother hand, the hand that remains stationary. And then we have our hand that's going to be our active hand. So this hand, now what we're going to use our fingertips to hook into the shoulder. And we're going to be right in the bladder channel here. We're going to work our way up with the bladder channel. We'll notice that we hook with the fingers, settle with the body. So I'm not pressing with the thumb, I'm not pushing, I'm sinking with the body. I'm pulling with the fingers and sinking with the body. Pull with the fingers, sink with the body. And we can work the bladder meridian on either side. If we're working to the sides of the neck, right, we're working also bladder or even gallbladder in here, right? Again, we're going to use a push-pull principle. We're going to use the idea of pulling the point in to our thumb rather than pushing our thumb forward. Because if we press forward, this is going to be painful and they're going to end up flinching or wincing or pulling away, and you don't want that. That's not going to be helpful, right, to your client. So we're going to just very light and nicely brace the head, have our thumb on the point that we wish to have, and bring the body to the point. Again, I'm not pushing, place, lean. This is also done with the whole body, and not with just the hand. We don't want to be whipping his head around with just the arm. That's not very comfortable. Maybe martial, but not comfortable. Okay, notice the body. Everything in Shiatsu is done from your heart, it's done from your center. More akin to Tai Chi. If you want to do both at the same time, you certainly can. Again, both hook, place, sink. Hook, place, sink. Another principle is to stretch in the neck. Sometimes this can help with the posture. Now keep in mind when people are in a seated position, they're already fighting gravity. So that's why sometimes it's a lot easier to work from the floor because their body can relax. They're not working on holding themselves up. So one big important thing is to make sure that they have the best posture that they personally can physically hold. Remember, you may be working on some people with some poor posture because of injuries and because of other issues. So be mindful of this. So here, a stretch, but you want to make sure they don't have any actual neck injuries. You want to be very cautious. You want to make sure that you question the person that you are working on, and you know, do they have any neck injuries? Do they have something that could be detrimental? But a very simple one, which is not a spinal adjustment, which you're going to cup in the head. Make sure you don't put your hands over the ears because that's uncomfortable. Lean back, allow his head to rest and lift from the legs slightly. This is a mild stretch to the spine that can help to pull that posture up and try to align your energy and align their spine properly. Other stretches can be to the neck. When we do the neck, again, we can work in rotations. When you're rotating the neck, notice that I'm rotating this with my whole body, not just trying to pull his head around this way, because this is not comfortable. He won't trust you. His body will not trust you if you're just trying to whip his head around. If you hold this and you move with the body, they'll tend to relax and let go. And when you feel a point, you feel an area where they can stretch with the body. Stretch with the body. Listen with your hands to where they're hitched up, or where they're going to stop, where are they resisting, where are they flinching. Listen for that pain. Listen for anything that's going to stop you, because you don't want to overstretch that neck. You don't want to cause more damage than you want to help. You want to help. You don't want to cause any more damage here. So another aspect now will also be to work a little bit on the arms. This is a shoulder rotation. A shoulder rotation is we do a lot of them in Shiatsu from the floor, or from a seated position. We're going to cover and we're going to kind of cradle this arm. So when we're cradling the arm, we want to make sure that, again, the body is what's doing this. And as we work, again, you need to listen. He's got some shoulder issues. He gets about here, and his body goes, I don't want to go any further. So that's why, back out, that way we can drop. If I do this with my arm, he's not going to let me do anything. If I do this with my body, and I listen. Don't rush through any of this. If they can, stretch can happen here with the body. The key to doing Shiatsu in a seated position is to move from the center of your mat, and not to be tempted by needing and using finger strength to make this happen. So don't be tempted to do this. Work from your heart, work from your center, work from your center. Here's another technique here too. Another technique is to mother messenger here. 1, 2, another easy neck stretch. You place your body weight between your hands. Place, body weight places between the hands. Another area to work the shoulders as well. This is a nice area. The advantage of a seated position is the top of the shoulders are nice and exposed, so I can use gravity to my advantage as well. So here's where your forearms can come into play, and just by resting your body weight, now your feet are going to make the difference here. How much body weight are you using? So if they can't take that much, you move closer. If they can take a lot more, you move your feet farther away and allow his shoulders to hold you up. The forearms can also be rolled to help to move tension away from that shoulder. If you have a particular point that you want to get at, you can also do this really slowly. So use your elbow. We call this sharpening the elbow. So you have a dull elbow to a sharp elbow. So as we're here, there's a dull elbow, and as I bring this up, it sharpens the elbow. You can take about that much sharpening it this way. I had to release to make a very sharp pinpointed elbow. What I did not cover in this lesson were specific tsubos, or particular acupuncture or acupressure points. So study your meridian charts, study those acupressure points, and how can you access those points while using this seated set. What's more important than the points, though, is the direction of the energy that you are manipulating. So make sure you understand the directions of the meridians, especially towards the back, when they're coming this way. So understanding the direction of the energy and the actual lines for the meridians in Shiatsu is more important than understanding the specific points themselves. This is definitely as opposed to acupuncture, where the specific points matter very much. Study them both, and both have a lot of useful information to them, and reach out to me if you need any help. Thank you.